Hi, it's Jeff.
And Denise from Mousesteps.com.
And this is episode number 481.
481.
Of Mousesteps Weekly.
Sponsored by MEI Travel and Mouse Fan Travel. It is almost time for Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
The Magic Kingdom is starting to have decorations already. Check out MEI and Mouse Fan Travel, not only for Halloween, but the EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival just started.
Christmas season. Good time to start. I mean, really.
It's
Christmas.
almost time for Christmas as well.
It's true.
So check out MEI and Mouse Fan Travel. Go to their website and fill out a no obligation quote.
Now, we had talked about Halloween. Here it is. Happy Halloween. It is July 31st, but yet Mickey and Minnie here are welcoming the Halloween season to the Magic Kingdom.
And Disney had shared these photos, and they're really, I don't remember these outfits.
No, they're very nice. It looks like something you would have seen
Backyard
backyard barbecue. Exactly what I was going to say.
You've got that same checkerboard type pattern, but that isn't what they wore. So I would love it if we saw them, but I don't think we'll see them for Halloween because it's more of an autumn outfit, but I would love to see it if they did.
Now, Walt Disney World also shared this. This was at midnight, the night before the Haunted Mansion movie opened, and you're going to see some of your favorite Haunted Mansion characters coming up. And we'll just say we saw the movie and we both enjoyed it very much.
I did enjoy it. We've got the bride here. We've got ballroom dancers, and this is really a fun little video that they shared. It gets you kind of in the mood for Mickey's Not So Scary, even though it's 95 degrees out.
Do you know, Denise, that Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party starts next week? Next Friday.
And there's the caretaker. We've got the Gravediggers, who, again, Mickey's Not So Scary. That's, where we know them from.
And they're doing their Not So Scary March. They must think they're in the Boo to You parade, actually, right now. Can they do any different maneuvers?
Probably. I think those are great because everybody loves it. Oh, there's Butler Broom,
one of our favorites.
Everybody loves the Gravediggers when they're scraping the sidewalk and make those the sparks.
I can't wait. So we'll be at the first 3 parties. Happy Halloween.
Oh my gosh, that's going to be so many.
So let's talk about the EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival for this year. You actually attended the preview, and then we were there for the first day. We're going to show a combination of all this. First, though, the entrance. It's not really a topiary. It's the entrance, whatever. Display.
Yes. And so the EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival runs from July 27th through November 18th. It is a total of 114 days.
That's a lot of food.
It is a lot. It is a lot of food.
A lot of samosas.
I love the samosas. So event includes the Eat to the Beat concert series, which obviously will go on for a long time. And then 25 global marketplaces currently open, with 6 more coming later during the festival. We're looking at the brewing lab, which is at the Odyssey. And that is where it's sort of like, it's a Muppets themed lab with
What
food.
could possibly go wrong with the Muppet Lab preparing some delightful food here at the festival? What could go wrong?
And look, you've got the pickle milkshake, which everybody wants to try, right?
It is actually very good, and we'll talk about that.
But don't give it away.
Well, I gave it away. But first, this is some footage that you shot here at the preview event. Everything is themed to the Muppets. This is sort of like their lab here. You could see all their experiments, and then the Muppets are actually going to appear on screen, and they do. I don't know how many, but many little videos that they do.
Yeah, they're like vignettes. Is that how you say it? Vignettes. And I think there's 5 or 6 of them, and I think I taped all of them. But it's hard to hear them unless you're in there without too many people.
You don't need a lot of people in the Odyssey for it to get very loud, and the volume for all this you're about to see is not that high. So yeah, that's one thing. Too bad they need to kind of turn up the volume on the Muppets.
And it's Dr. Bunsen, Honeydew, and Beaker who are shown. And I think we're going to kind of look at a couple of them here. And this is as part, of course, of Muppet Labs.
And I see he's doing something with a pickle that'll play into one of the new beverages
that we've already mentioned.
Yes.
And you've already given your review on.
Well, no, I have much more to say on it, and I'm sure you have more to say on it as well.
And so while
Here it is, the pickle milkshake.
And so the decor here is, themed to a lab, and like here you have the pickle milkshake. You also have the frozen fusion drink that we also tried. And
it's nice to see the concept art of the drinks before the actual drinks. The Muppets were working hard to perfect those items. It's nice we got to try them. And
so you can see the lab has gone, there one day without something, an accident.
I notice every time a different video starts, it goes back to 0 days.
And I actually hadn't noticed that at first. Somebody else had noticed. So
when I was editing all the videos, I think you got at least five, maybe 6 videos, and I was putting them all together. And I will link to that in the at the end of the show. There's a longer video that shows all of the different ones you did.
And this was a pretty short media event, so it was like, should I get the food or should I get all of the Muppets, videos? So I decided to get all the Muppets videos.
I think you chose wisely.
I did. I think I did. And so while we're looking at the decor here, items for purchase at the brewing include traditional chicken wings and plant-based options, which we tried the plant-based option as well.
Yep.
There's even a peanut butter and jelly sticky wings. I don't know if that would be something you would be into. And then like an Impossible buffalo chicken tenders, which we'll show. And then, of course, the drinks and beer and also ciders, which I tried.
So let's get into it. This is, I guess you're ordering something here. Oh, it must be the milkshake. And
the milkshake, the pickle milkshake, and then you have the frozen fusion drink, which features Twinings, pomegranate, and raspberry herbal tea. And it also has orange ice cream molecules.
It looks so pretty here, seeing it in its pristine form. I only got them both half drank.
Yes.
So I didn't get the full
I brought them out
high quality version you.
It was only one person per
I got Denise's leftovers, but it was delicious actually. I have to say the shake was very good, and we will buy one again.
Right, it's just like a mild dill flavor, but the other one is very pomegranate and slushy, and I didn't like it quite as much.
And you're looking at the Impossible buffalo chicken tender there.
Right, and it's too hot. It was too hot
for me. It was great. I thought it was delicious.
We brought them out a little bit.
I like a lot of heat, but it was a massive, massive portion, very heavy. And also, you brought me out a few of these to try.
The garlic parmesan wings. You got a full.
Very heavy.
You ended up with a full
there
portion.
There it is. Okay, I wasn't sure if you had tried one or not,
no,
but it does look like a full portion.
I don't eat chicken wings.
Very good, but I mean, just those 2 wings. I was so full, I couldn't eat anything.
That's hard
the rest
to believe.
Of that. That is a true statement. Of course, I washed it down with the milkshake, too.
The Impossible ones were so heavy. Like, there were so many in them. And also, the buffalo Brussels sprouts we showed earlier, I did try them. I did not take the blue cheese, which is plant-based, and there's also a plant-based ranch. I don't like blue cheese.
And it looks like you're about to try a beverage here as well.
Well, this is the cider, Blake's hard cider, and then you have the 3 Daughters. So the Blake's one I like the best, Tropicolata hard cider, and then there's a Bold Rock peach berry hard cider and a 3 Daughters brewing raspberry lemon hard cider. I would just next time buy Blake's hard cider because I thought that one for me was by far the best.
So after that part of the event, you moved over to the, I guess it's World Showplace.
Yes.
And look at this, it's Remy. You got to meet Remy.
I know.
While I was in the sweltering heat outside.
And we have met Remy and Emil before. I really wish that they would meet during the event for everybody. They're not, but
I've
it
said
was
that
nice
for
that
years.
they were
Every
here.
year we say that they should be.
We've said that, yes.
They're sort of like the figment of the festival, It seems like they are the stars of this festival.
Well, I hope Figment someday is supposed to come out, right, as a meet and greet and again. So.
Oh, that would be very nice.
So anyway.
The year is not much. Well, I guess there's still a few months left in the year.
So Remy and Emil, they met separately. But it was nice when Emil came out, they both, were playing up to each other.
Yeah, that was really nice. You had perfect timing. And I always like meeting these characters, especially Emil. Emil is fun. And you got to interview the voice of Emil.
I did. Peter Son.
And that must be very odd because he sounds It's his voice, so he sounds like Emil when you're talking to him.
And I interviewed him about The Good Dinosaur, and he also, of course, Elemental is his baby.
Which is a wonderful film.
Great
if you haven't
film.
seen it, I highly recommend that.
Doing well still in theaters. But, hearing his voice, I even said, I feel like I'm talking to, Emil, and, he was, he liked that, I said that.
Yeah, he was, I was there for that interview, so it was very interesting. And there you are with Emil. You look so happy.
I enjoyed it. It was a nice.
Must have been after those ciders.
When I actually had a little bit of wine, and it's funny because my face, between the lighting and probably a little bit of wine, my face looks. But later on, my face just didn't look red at all when I got together with you.
Wore off.
So anyway, this was really fun.
And we're just kind of winding out of Emil. This is a long shot you had. You said you enjoyed his handler kind of would be dancing along, and
I'd have
it was very animated.
I'd have to look up his name. I think it's Ryan, but he was wonderful. Really a great character handler there.
Those are coasters, by the way. I don't know why you would put the some of the lettuce and the cheese on the fire, but we do have that set of coasters, and they're very nice.
And there's 3 new merchandise collections this year. I was thinking there were only 2 because there was 2 setups, but it's not. There's an EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival event logo collection. Then you've got the EPCOT Food and Wine, the Mickey and Minnie picnic collection, which we just saw, and you can see a lounge fly bag there. And then the Epcot Food and Wine Encanto collection. So right now, of course, we have the logo collection, which is you've got glasses and pins, and I think there's a little salt and pepper shaker, all kinds of little
Looks like Starbucks
items.
style cups there. I don't know if it probably isn't Starbucks, but it's that style.
Not to my knowledge. So, and also Encanto, you've got a Tervis, and I really like when they have the Tervises. We already saw one Tervis, and
Maribel there.
And just a variety of different items here. And I haven't even studied all of it. I took video, and
We won't talk about that.
So, there's a number of different collections. If you're coming to the Epcot International, and some pins, Food and Wine Festival to enjoy.
You did a great job. Very colorful. I mean, there are quite a lot of nice items to look at here.
I made sure this was the first thing I did because I didn't get the food.
You missed the food. You weren't going to make that mistake again.
I want to make sure that I had something good on video to share. And there's also a picture. It's got cups in it. So I saw somebody kind of showing them earlier, but I didn't have her around me at the time. And then there's some, cutting boards and such.
Oh, I see salt and pepper shakers too. You got this is sort of the backside of one of the collections.
Right. I wanted to kind of show the back. And something you didn't see here also was there's a Spirit jersey and I think some other items. And also this is an Impossible Burger slider with wasabi cream and spicy Asian slaw on a sesame seed bun. I only had a tiny bite because for me the bread, I didn't really like the bread, at least at this. The one I had,
Did
I
you
didn't
have
really
the
care for the bread.
wasabi on it also?
No, I asked for no
Plain.
wasabi.
Okay.
Right, but the bread wasn't really soft or anything, and I just didn't eat it.
Okay, so now let's take a look at the Remy's Ratatouille Hide and Squeak. This is the stickers and map of the game, sort of a scavenger hunt.
Right, it is a scavenger hunt, and of course, then there's I don't want.
They do a nice job. I like the way this
that.
looks. Much nicer than in previous years. That'll be easy to carry around. We will do this.
Right, I like that. And then, of course, then there's the prizes, which is what little cooler bags.
We are about to show the prizes. Now we're out, and it's the next day, and there are the bags. At least on this day, the first day, what was available. I would probably go for the Figment one on the right, but I do like the Remy one on the left as well.
And Remy's Ratatouille Hide and Squeak is $9.99 and includes the prize, which you can get ahead of time. Always, you don't have to do it and then bring it back. And so there was a band in Canada. I'm not sure of their name, but they were very good.
Yeah, it was very, very entertaining. There's all sorts of entertainment around, including, as we mentioned earlier, the concerts at night.
And then here are the banners, which are the same as last year. Ratatouille themed. And we're in France, and we're going to try a couple of items in France. We didn't eat a ton on this day. But we're going back
Well,
tomorrow or the
viewers
next
might
day to
think
try
differently.
more.
It looks you'll see there's quite a bit. We did try this.
The beignet au trois fromage is the warm beignet filled with a 3-cheese blend and a boeuf bourguignon, pomme dauphine, braised short ribs in Cabernet with puffed potatoes. Although on this day they had tater tots. They're gonna.
They
get
had
those,
run out of the other potatoes, but the tater tots worked.
They were not bad, and
The beef was fantastic. The beef and the beef bourguignon.
it was like a melt in your mouth. So I enjoyed this. It will be interesting to try it with the puffed potatoes, and we will. And I know we're talking about. There's actually quite a few items that I do want to try. In the coming days.
This was a unique, a bit of an odd item, actually. There's a lot of cheese, so you have to be into cheese. There was so much cheese where I was cheesed out after this.
It's not the first year for that, but you do like cheese. It was just that you couldn't have any more cheese items after.
Correct. That is very correct.
If you like cheese,
otherwise I would have tried the raclette cheese, but I was
raclette.
cheesed out. And you can see Belgium has quite the line there.
Yes, it was actually quite busy on this day. And then the following, we were just at EPCOT and took the monorail around. What day was that?
That
Friday.
was Saturday, the day we went to the movies.
Oh, right. It was really busy. So the warm raclette, Swiss cheese and shaved ham and all that, we did not get that because you
I was cheesed out.
You had
I
too
had
much
that
cheese in one
beignet
time.
in France. It was good.
You like it. It just... And Jeff loves cheese.
Right.
So, okay, we didn't get the cheese,
but instead
but
of
you
getting
want it, and
the
it reminds
cheese,
us of being in France.
it really does, because I get it all the time when we're at Disneyland Paris. They have little food booths, so we got the chocolate fondue instead. We wanted to be healthy.
Well, it's not that healthy with the chocolate, but you know what?
It was delicious. This chocolate fondue,
excellent. Like the chocolate is so good, just so
I've heard
rich.
people drink the chocolate after if there's some left. I've witnessed that.
I drank some of it. It was really good.
It was excellent. And
I would like a little more dipping items, so I'd rather pay a little more for some dipping items.
We'll have to bring something. Bring a banana. That would work.
That's actually a good idea, but banana's not going to last long in the Florida heat.
And back to one of your favorites, the India booth.
The potato and peas samosa, which I just call the vegetable samosa with coriander lime cream, which we get on the side because I don't like stuff squeezed generally on my food.
And the chicken tikka masala, one of your another favorites.
Yes. The samosas are like my favorite item of the festival again this year. I just love them. My family, a part of my family's from India. I grew up on them and I love them here. And they're really reasonably priced. So the chicken tikka masala with fennel spiced yogurt and naan bread. I didn't even ask not to have the yogurt squeezed onto it, but it's fine.
And we have, of course, on your samosas, sauce on the side. In other years, they would give me a Mickey-shaped sauce on the side. So
I didn't even remember that.
Yeah.
I didn't remember. But, for the price, I don't have it in front of me, but it's around $5.75 for the 2 samosas?
Yeah, it's maybe $11 total for both of these items. It's a good deal.
I think it's a good value. I used to sometimes get samosas from from Sanaa to go. Mm-hmm. But they're expensive.
And they've gone up too.
Right. And I know there's other Indian restaurants and stuff, but we don't usually go out to Indian restaurants. I usually cook Indian food at home.
So this is the end of the night. We are waiting around to see if there was a new light show for this year, which there really wasn't. It was a very similar show to the one that was last year, and it was Beauty and the Beast Be Our Guest themed.
Yeah, it was it was a little disappointing that there was not a new one, but I think September 22nd there's supposed to be a new show, so I guess...
Oh, okay. So maybe they just haven't...
Allegedly.
They're not ready for the new show. I hadn't heard that. That'll be nice.
It would have been nice to have a new one for the festival this year, too, but it's okay.
But you enjoyed overall the festival?
I did,
We're looking forward to going back and trying even more food?
Yeah, I like Morocco, and I know I'm going to enjoy Morocco, but we've had it before.
In Canada, of course.
In Canada. But
the filet is always amazing there. I'm sure it still is just as amazing.
But it's good to try some new items as well. But always I'll want to go to the India booth because I just love the food there. And also we didn't get the mango lassi, which I wanted.
Well, but you said only if they could do it without the mango chunks.
No. I said only if you can carry it back with the other items.
Oh, I see.
No, they
were not able to do it, at least when I asked. It was already mixed. So
the mango chunks were already in it?
Apparently.
Oh, I don't like that. like I'll have to ask next time. I thought it was just that you couldn't carry it back. The mango lassi, like they'll put these little mango chunks in it, and I don't get that. I've never had a mango lassi at an Indian restaurant with little mango chunks, and they're kind of annoying. Not everything has to have chunks
I do not
in
mind
it or
it.
sauce on it. I don't like it.
Well, anyway, that was why. I probably could have carried all three. They would have given me a carrier.
Well, so. I'll ask next time and see what happens.
But anyway, we will be back checking out more. So in upcoming shows, there'll be plenty more about the EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival. And that is another show.
That's another show. Thanks to our sponsor, MEIN, Mouse Fan Travel. Check them out. There's so much going on this year, not only here, but Disneyland and Disney Cruise Line, Adventures by Disney.
I was going to say they've been doing a lot of Adventures by Disney. It looks amazing.
Becky has been doing the Wyoming Adventures by Disney.
Looks so nice, so relaxing.
And so we also went to Trails End this past week because it reopened as a quick serve restaurant. We did not talk about that today, but we will next week.
We'll have a full rundown, including some Trails End history, some vintage stuff.
With Fess Parker.
Fess Parker. And
your video of Fess Parker, you didn't expect him to walk in like in the 90s.
Yeah, 1992 he walked into Crockett. It's perfect that he went into Crockett's Tavern and he he had I think he was promoting his wine at the time, his vineyards. But it was very interesting. So we'll show that, and we'll talk a little bit more about the history of Trails and show some of the entertainment that we've seen over the years, and then of course we'll look at the new Trails End and Crockett's Tavern and kind of show what has been changed.
And we'll also talk about Halloween.
Happy Halloween!
Yes.
By the time we do our show next week, we'll be able to show the decorations, because I'm sure we will go in the next few days. Once the pumpkins are out. The pumpkins aren't all out yet, so I want it to be complete before we do our preview.
And I hope that will be tomorrow.
It would be nice.
It'll be nice to get out of the way.
Tomorrow or Wednesday. So thanks again for listening. Have a great week, and we'll see you all next week.
Have a great week.